hello everybody. Welcome once again. We're still, you're still watching BSG. Right now we've got our next runner fully set up and he's ready to show you the wonderful game of battle construction vehicles. So Yorkie, take it away.
Hello everyone. So this is going to be a trip for you all. Battle Construction Vehicles is a game that probably not many of you have seen. It was never released outside of Japan and the EU, and it was published over here by a publisher called Midas Interactive, who are not known for publishing the best games in the world. But before we actually start, I'm going to show you that there's an opening cutscene which introduces all of the characters, or at least the majority of the characters. So we're going to just watch that so you get a sort of inkling of what to expect throughout the game. So we just have to wait on the main screen here for about 30 seconds or so, and it will then skip to the intro, and you get to meet the crew that we're going to be building as we go through the game. So if you hang on, it should be changing any second now. There we go. So this game is, well, it's quite self-titled. I say that, and then the game decides to not want to work. Okay, we've waited too long at this opening screen for it to want to load the game. So bear with me, because we're gonna have to reload it, and that is a bit of a trip. Technical difficulties after being sat here for a bit of time. So let's try and get this back up and running. My controller has gone off, so yes, it has indeed gone.
While you're fixing that, could I have a quick word at this point?
You can indeed, yeah, that's absolutely fine.
All right, that's great, because I just refreshed my my donation screen and I just saw that we gained a €100 donation.
Oh wow!
That's such an amazing donation. It was an anonymous donation without a comment, but still, regardless, thank you so much for that donation. With that, just instantly shut us up to €400 total donated. So yeah, thank you so much for that donation. As a reminder, all the donations made during this marathon will go to Mind. And with the donation, with already €400 in donations, we're already off to a very good start.
Yeah, that's absolutely brilliant. So I'm just going to go get back into the game, because my PS2 can be a bit finicky about discs. So bear with me 2 seconds. But yeah, that's quite funny that we with marathon luck and all that we get introduced to the only issue that could have arisen is that the game decides to crash. I've admittedly never seen that before, but here we are. So hopefully it should be loading up now. There we go. So it's loaded our save brilliantly. So we'll go back into the opening, and we'll just let it try and get through to the opening cutscene again. But basically BCV is, yeah, the name kind of gives it away. If you've never seen it, yeah, the actual box art for the game is basically a digger versus a well, another piece of construction machinery. But we're going to be taking place in arena battles. Now, if you remember the PS2 era, that was quite a genre for that console for quite a bit. But yeah, here we go. So hopefully it doesn't crash this time as we go into the opening cutscene that will introduce to everyone we're going to be meeting along the way. It certainly doesn't look it. Now, ArtThink are the publisher from Japan. They are basically not well known, I'd say, but they have published quite a few weird games. So we'll just let this go through. So this is the main character, Hayato Kongo. You know, with protagonist hair.
Remain refined at all times. Heavy machinery
There we
should
go.
always move with grace.
So yeah, this is how physics work in this world. With now, unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing as brutal a kill on any of these. These are all quite unique, should we say here? But yeah, we're just getting introduced to everyone that we're going to be beating along the way. This is the Congo crew that we'll be meeting and building up as we go.
We're hard at work again today. Out of the way. Move. Move while I'm smashing through. Okay, everyone here? Then let's get to work.
There we go. So as you can see, Reiter is quite tall. He's the tallest character in the game, like 8 foot tall. But we're gonna like start now. We're actually gonna get into the game. So if the timer hasn't already been started, this is where we need to go. So in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So after we've watched that cutscene, we're gonna go straight into another one, which also sets the tone of the game. Very, very muchly, but we get nice anime cutscenes. Hayato here being chased by something. We'll soon find out what. Yes, a crane.
You're tough, Gramps.
Listen to me. You must succeed your father. I beg you, young master.
Shut it, Gramps. I left because I didn't want to do just that. So he's dead. Still no reason to change my mind.
I'm going to try and keep quiet through these as much as I can because they're good.
Gramps, okay?
Look, young master. Since the boss died, the Congos have dispersed. All the factories round here have been taken by Shurabe, and we have nothing left.
Is that so? It still has nothing to do with me.
You're wrong, young master. You are the only son of the construction tiger Danjuro Congo.
So very intense
Still,
scene
the
here.
drive heavy vehicle sleeps within you. Will you just let it slumber your entire life, Master Hayato?
So, yeah, so we're the son of Danjuro Congo, who unfortunately has died. It also looks a lot like Mel Gibson with very grey hair. So, Danjuro here wants us to take over, and the only way he's going to be able to get us to do that is by, well, taking us into a construction vehicle battle. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a quick battle here against our sort of co-worker. He's driving his lovely crane and we're driving the scoop here. I'm going to try as best as I can to show some of the special attacks that the various sort of teams have. So you'll see there at the bottom right and bottom left there are two little signs. That's basically the health. The little rope that you can see is kind of like a stress meter. Once it snaps, it allows the character who basically is well, who snapped, to do a special attack. And the special attacks range from, well, we'll try and show a couple as best I can, as long as we don't get... So here, this is a face-off sort of thing, and you'll see that we'll win that, just because we're professionals. But it will either take percentage off your health or basically give it to your colleague. Now, I've just noticed that we haven't actually changed the one of the settings here for the game, so we might be a bit worse off than normal, which is a bit annoying since it reset. So it means we should be able to see more of the specials, just simply because there's going to be more of them, because it's going to be harder to beat some of the enemies. But he's going to be stuck here. You see he's doing his swing attack. That is his special. The normal attack that he has is a bit more annoying. So, come on. There we go. So we can try and get him to 100% before he gets his special off there, which is good.
You ready for another meeting with Congo?
So we do our little flip in our bulldozer, and we're going to go straight into some more text. He understands that he now needs to take over the business, and we set out on our way to basically add to the crew. And we need to build our crew as we go through. So we're going to gather a crew, and good old man Denora here knows of a person that we can basically pick up. A gentleman called Matsubayama. And unfortunately, you've just missed the cutscene because I'm mashing too much. But basically, he is a digger pilot, I guess, or operator, and who can make his digger float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. So unfortunately, we just missed one because I'm mashing a bit too fast here, so sorry for that. But we're going to obviously recruit him, and the way we do that is by a construction vehicle battle again. Now, we're going to not be in our bulldozer at this point. We're going to be moving over to Denora's crane. So we're going to try and basically get the more powerful attack as much as we can, which is this. So we don't want him to stop blocking. We don't want him to block, really. We just want to keep hitting him, and that's basically the plan to everything here. What can happen with good old Matsubayama here is that he will run away, and he'll get stuck. So we don't want this attack. If we can avoid it, we want the big sweeping attack, because even when it swings and misses, it will swing back and it will hit them. And it looks as though we've kind of got him stuck here. So as long as he doesn't block, which is what he's doing there now, we should be fine. So we're gonna be okay here, or we should be okay. Because he's getting stuck, and that's him done as well. So the key to it is to basically hope that you get your more powerful attack. Now, there was a new strat found. I say found in the sense that it wasn't found by experimentation. I found the original ArtDink website for this game, and on there is an FAQ. And someone has the exact same question I had for the game, is how to get the more powerful attack. And apparently if you remap one of the buttons, you can actually have the more powerful attack quite easier. Now, we're going to be adding another party member here called Beth. Our Hayato here thinks it's a woman, but no, this is Beth in her bulldozer, or his bulldozer. And he joins the crew without any sort of semblance of a battle. He used to work for our father, so he's instantly loves us. So we've now got 2 party members, so we need to get some jobs. So we're going to be moving on here to meet the construction sort of manager here, the guy in the red tie, who's been giving our competitor Shirabe Corp all of the jobs.
A fair bidding process. Don't make me laugh. You there, is this what you mean by fair? Huh? Huh?
Huh. Ah.
And you'll find out that that is the reason why he's been giving the jobs to Shirabe Corp. He's been blackmailed. So we obviously need to get this job, so we challenge them to a construction vehicle battle, because that's the way things are done in this country. And we're going to be fighting this person called Aya.
Start.
And now we've moved over to another sort of bucket scoop here. So we want to try and get them to, well, do the special attack all the time if we can. You'll see also around the stages various sort of barrels and plates and, well, the little crane in the background. They are stage hazards, as you can imagine. They either get in the way or they cause damage to you. Now, thankfully, we should be able to avoid the majority of them just by simply being far better. So I'm just going to see if we can show off one of the specials here, if we get Aya's rope snapped here. So basically by pushing and sort of nudging and doing chip damage, you'll cause more stress to them. Now, we should be absolutely still fine here because ours is going to snap immediately after. So, in fact, ours might snap first at this point. So we'll soon see. We may kill her before she gets her special off. So we're just going to try... There we go. So you'll see now the little barrier around us. And we're going to do a special. We're going to just summon lightning because apparently that is what we can do.
Congo crew. Bid accepted.
So our bid has been accepted because we completely trounced the opposing team here. So we move on. We've got a job, which is what we want. We're getting some work. So the you see the construction manager there in the background, looking very happy after seeing a construction vehicle battle. Well, he becomes a bit of a pain later on, but he'll soon get his way. So, as the title card suggests, we're going to be meeting Kyoko now, who is another team member that joins. So, we find out that the pictures we got sent were sent to us in an unmarked envelope.
Now you mention it, he did actually say something about feeling ill this morning.
Huh. That's because we don't pay him well enough. I reckon he must have been forced to eat spoiled food. You know what your biggest problem is? It's an overactive imagination. Yeah, sorry about that. Hey then! Who's driving that? Who are you? Get out of my machine!
What a heap of junk! The controls on this thing suck!
So, yeah, this is Kyoko. She's the one who sent us the envelope full of things. Now, she can't become a crew member without going through the ritual of construction vehicle battle, so we basically take her straight to that. So this is one of the more annoying fights. She's in a forklift here, and the forklift is extremely fast. It's also very weak, so what that does is it basically means that well, there's a very good chance that she will get her special, as well as just being really awkward to sort of hit. And you'll see we've just gone into one of the stage hazards there, as has she. Hopefully she stays in there, because it means that we can keep hitting her while she is down. So, yeah, she's very, very quick in this. She's very maneuverable. As long as she's very stupid, she'll just sit and hopefully in front of us and just keep coming at us, and we'll happily win this. So I'm going to try and get her special for you to see it, if it will let us do some chip damage. So here we go. There we go. So you're going to see her special, and we're going to see our special instantly as well.
Listen up.
Yeah, she apparently can bomb us. I still don't understand that, so we're going to chase after her because we want to show off our special.
Iron supplement!
And don't try this at home, but we turn her into a cube, because apparently that's what the bulldozers do.
One. Ha! You ready for another meeting with Congo?
So Aya has been beaten, so she is now a member of our team. But yeah, so ArtDink, the people behind this, they've released quite a few odd games. Probably most notable is the fact that they did No One Stops Mr. Domino, and a game again that I believe just got a PAL release and a Japanese release, which is very interesting. I think a good majority of their games were like that. But we're going to be meeting a gentleman called Adachi here, writer Adachi, who's been going around doing battling other crews for parts and other machinery. So we're obviously just being told about him here. So, you know, pure coincidence, he turns up, and you know, we're going to completely challenge him to a construction vehicle battle. We're going to bet everything in our stable, every piece of machinery, against him joining us, because that is just the way we roll. You know, we all in. No care in the world. But yeah, he's in the most powerful vehicle at this point, the Road Roller, or Road Roller Da, as Dio would say. Now we kind of want him to get caught there if we can, because he will get damaged by the little field, which is what we want. We kind of want to have passive damage on him because he is very powerful. But we're doing okay here, so this is fine. This is completely fine. Okay, we're almost through Rider. We kind of don't want to get him to show off his special at all, because he will completely wipe the floor with us if he gets too much damage on us. So, Adachi is now a member of our team. And he's not too best pleased, but, you know, that's the way it works. Honor among construction workers. He's now part of our crew. And we don't want to save. We don't need to do that. So now we get into kind of the subplots of the game. So we're going to be meeting the professional here, Jake. Jake the Wolf Hongo. Who is a former love interest of Beth. Now, Jake gets his own theme song, and doesn't he look so cool up there on top of the on top of it all? Unfortunately, he's a bit too windy, so we get given Jake's diary because why not? And we find out that Jake will literally do anything for money, which is why Shirabe Corp have been able to hire him. They've paid him enough money to obviously come and do whatever it is he needs. So Matsubayama here is going to take him on, and hopefully again this should be pretty quick. At least that is the plan. As long as he gets stuck, because Jake is one of the ones that will get stuck quite easily against various little things. He'll also run away quite a lot. And as long as he does that, then we're absolutely fine. And in the wind, he's also the only one that can make his machine wheelie. We can only do it when we win. But we're doing okay here. So as long as he doesn't get his special, we might actually show his special off, actually. He's actually being a bit more aggressive than usual here, but that's fine. So the camera in this game is also pretty terrible, and will focus on your enemies more often than not. So actually, he's pretty close to end. So we'll just see if we can get his special to show off. We'll try and show as many as we can without dying. That is the plan, after all. So we're just going to keep doing little attacks, hopefully little attacks, to get his special off. We might beat him before he actually... Yeah, unfortunately we beat him a bit too quick. But we've won the bid, because that's just the way it works. It's a very weird world to be in, where you have to do these battles to win construction bids. But we got another big job. We're on a successful run of luck at this point. But now Beth is going to basically hang on to Jake's book, The Cookery of Love. So Beth is now up here reading Jake's diary of all his things he's done and having, you know, what he's done since. But Jake wants it back, and basically they split up, and they, you know, didn't leave on best terms. But now we kind of have to, you know, repair that through the only way possible, which is again through the use of construction vehicles in a battle. So we're both in the same types of vehicle here. Again, Jake is hopefully going to be a bit stupid and just run away, so he can build up our power and not whiff like that. So we're... and not block. You know, we don't want you blocking. I don't block. So Beth here, again, is pretty good. He's got a very powerful vehicle against Jake. And you can see there that with that, the scoop going up, we're getting the more powerful attack. When the scoop doesn't lift, it's our normal attack rather than a powerful one. So we're going to hopefully get that all the time. As long as he doesn't run away that much. So you're probably not going to see many of the stage hazards, as it were. I try and avoid them as much as I can, even if they will inflict a lot of damage to the opponent, because whilst Jake is running away quite a lot here, more so than normal, they do, or they become more of an annoyance for you than your opponent. But now Jake has been beaten by Beth. They'll now repair their sort of love for each other.
Jake, forgive me for being weak and leaving you.
The picture of
Here it
Jake.
is. When I left, I was carrying your photo.
Jake has not changed.
This photo.
I know that, Beth.
But my feelings haven't changed, Jake. I still care for you.
I know.
Now we get the metaphors.
Jake. You're wonderful.
Hey, you'll be working hungry if you don't start eating.
So, yes, Jake and Beth are now back together. They are best of friends. After that sound beating we gave Jake. So, at this point, we believe there is a spy amongst us. Saw Kyoko there sort of being roughed into the car, the Shirabi Corp. So we obviously need to sort of figure out what's going on, which we will do shortly. But we need to get another job. So we're going to be fighting this little kid. And hopefully he's as stupid as he is normally. He gets stuck quite easily. Because he's driving that really big crane and wearing the road roller. So as long as we can, like, sort of maneuver him into that pile of dirt that he's already done it, he will get stuck. And we can just basically repeatedly attack him here over and over again. And he'll normally sit there. Oh, he's managed to figure out his way around. Isn't he smart today? So we're going to, like, just keep hitting him. Because he's going to get stuck in the mud as well. Oh, he's broken the one of the stage hazards, so we're going to get attacked by the drill men from there. But yeah, he's not very good at his job at all.
Bid accepted. Ha! You ready for another meeting with Congo?
So we'll try and show a few more specials off. Yeah, but basically we find out that this time around the bids were not the same. And this man here, the construction man, he's been hooked on watching us fight. So we're going to beat him up and show him, you know, that's not what you should be doing. But here's the big bad of the world. This is Ume Shirabe, Mr. Egghead here. And
Let's Kyoko go!
Congo whelp, if you wish to continue breathing, do not take Yume Shirabi as your enemy.
he kidnaps Kyoko.
Tanura! Get the car! Get after them!
Because of course. He turns up, steals Kyoko, so we need to obviously go after him and figure out what's going on between the pair of them. There's obviously something up. So we go to the Shirabi Corp base, and unfortunately Yamada here is not going to let us in. Yamada again is going to be an awkward cookie for us to break, because they are in another forklift and we are in this huge tipper, which doesn't have great maneuverability at the best of times, but hopefully she sticks in there. She's one of the ones that we normally see her special of. If we don't, this match will be really, really quick. So I'm going to try and get her sort of up in terms of her ability here, to show her special off a bit. Because there's a very good chance that we will also get our special once she's done it. So 46% should be fine, so let's go. There we go. So she's very angry with us. Her tension gauge has snapped.
Bargain sale for a limited time. Oh.
And she summons the horde of shoppers, who do quite a bit of damage to us. So we're going to try and show off our special as well, which should be any second now, and this should finish her off. As long as we don't get stuck. Oh wait, we need to win this.
Come on! Back it! Get out of here!
So we won that, so we might not get our special off here because she's just out of sight of us. So that little beeping there, yeah, so unfortunately we don't get our special, which is a bit annoying, because we were in the pit of dirt, and this is where the camera angles really hate us. So we're just gonna, basically, we may get another one of her specials here. Hopefully we don't, because it wastes time. Okay, she's definitely gonna get one of her specials off. There we go. So you get to see the bargain sale again. And the horde of shoppers once again. But we should again be fine. We may even get our special here. We'll try and get our special to finish her off, because she deserves it. There we go. So we should definitely get our special.
Black pot. Get ready.
Where we have a tipper full of TNT. And we beat her.
Congo crew. 1.
Ha! You ready for another meeting with Congo?
So, yeah, so we've beaten Yamada. Now we can go inside and speak to Ume. And this is where we find out that Kyoko is his daughter. And that he's upset with her and basically, you know, says, go off, do whatever you want. I don't want to know about you anymore. So now we've got the sign, kind of like love interest between Hayato and Kyoko. We meet Yuki, who is kind of the Shirabe equivalent of Hayato, in the sense that he also was in love with Kyoko. And, well, we can't have that. You know, only one set of, you know, gorgeous hair can be in love with Kyoko at once. So we basically need to show him where to sit. And we're going to do that now. So we're paired up here. We have a scoop. He has a scoop. Again, hopefully he isn't going to be too aggressive with us, but we should be fairly solid here with him, because this nice little pole here will block a lot of his attacks and also help us. The sink there. So we're going to get knocked by this if we don't get out of the way. That is one of the more annoying stage hazards, because it spins around and will cause damage to you if it hits you. Now watch it not hit him, and it'll just completely miss him, which is fine, because, you know, game. So we want to keep doing our big damage scoop hit here. And as long as he sits out of the way, we're going to be, well, yeah, so he's fine. So what we'll actually try and do again is we'll just try and get a special off here. I've never actually seen Yuki's special, so if we do get it off here, this will be the first time we sort of see it. So let's see if we can get it going. Go on, Yuki, be a good boy and like let us see your special. Unfortunately not. We one of our heavy attacks unfortunately beat him. So
You ready for another meeting with Congo?
that is Yuki destroyed, using his company's equipment to have a personal battle. Probably not well for him in the company either. But we're going to be moving on now. Unfortunately, the story includes a bit of treachery. Matsubayama is going to unfortunately betray us here. Now, he's going to basically say that his master has been kidnapped by the Shirabi Corp, and that's the reason why he's left. And we find this dog on our construction site with a snapped rope and a name tag, and, well, yeah, he doesn't like us. So he jumps in his own little digger. Don't know where he pulled that out from, but yeah, in his own little digger there, and, well, we're going to have to fight him as well. Now, I'm going to try and show off the dog's special. This is one of the tougher ones because we're playing as Reiter here, and he is in the most powerful vehicle out of everything. You'll see there we barely scraped past him, and we did almost 13% damage on the poor little dog. And so there's a very good chance we won't actually see it, which is a bit of a shame. But hopefully if we keep sort of nudging him, we'll be able to see it before he... Oh, we're actually going to see Reiters. Okay, that is... Okay, we'll watch Reiters instead. Reiters is good. But unfortunately the dog... Well, the dog can swim. So we beat up good old dog. So unfortunately, Shishio here doesn't become a member of our team, but we see that he has a scar and he has a name tag, a driver's license that says Shishio, and that is why he can basically drive the digger there. But yeah, so we've now sort of freed Shishio. Shishio is now our friend, so we have to figure out what's going on with Matsubayama. So we move on. We want to get a another job as best we can, and this time magically the bids were the same. Don't know how, don't know why, but something obviously happened there. So we now definitely have to have a battle, and we have to beat Matsubayama, who still thinks his master is being held captive by Shirabe. So, well, we all know where this is going. He's gonna hopefully do what he did in the first fight, which is run away. And we're in the forklift, which means we've got maneuverability win here against him. And we should be absolutely golden as long as he doesn't block a lot, which well, they do. When you don't want them to, they always do. But we're gonna quickly go through him here because our forklift is quite powerful, even when he's attacking us. So, almost at it. He's not running away, which is a bit weird, but... Bong. Okay, so we won the trade-off there, that's fine. So he's almost gone. Hopefully he doesn't get his special. Doesn't matter too much if he does at this point, because we're... In fact, let's see if we can get him to show it off. Go on, show us your special. Come on. You're almost dead now, so it's fine. Come on, show us your special. Oh wait, this is a trade-off. This is not what we want. So he's... Come on. Oh my god, another battle. So we're kind of... He's kind of... There we go. So yeah, that's his amazing special, and he's gonna die now. So we beat him. We get the bid, which is what we want. And now we reintroduce him to his master, Shishio. And Shishio's not very happy with him. So he wants him, but unfortunately the dog can punch. And, you know, why not? So the dog is obviously unhappy with him now. They can understand each other, but the master forgives him. And we progress a bit more. So now there's going to be a bit where we find out about Hayato's sort of history. That his father, Danjuro, used to be friends with Ume, the big bad. So we obviously we need to find out why. So we go to Shirabi Corp to try and figure out why or how they knew each other in that great sort of sense. So before we get there, though, this gentleman here, Narita, unfortunately doesn't want us to do anything with that. So he challenges to a construction vehicle battle. Recurring theme, as you can imagine, in this game. We need to beat him. So this one is a tough battle because he is in a road roller and he does a lot of damage for tiny little hits. So you'll see there, like, one hit did almost as much damage as we've done to him in this whole fight so far. So we kind of want him to get stuck or kind of warp, I guess. Maybe if the game wants him to warp, that's fine. So we're going to try and not see his special because it will do too much damage to us. We're going to fly off in a second. There we go. But his road roller is very powerful, and we are not very powerful at all, even though we're doing a bit of damage here. Thankfully he's getting stuck and we're hitting all the furniture. And we quickly ended that. So, going to be a tiny bit of a lore dump coming up. But basically the in and outs of it is so we find out that Danjuro has not told him everything, and neither has Denura, and that Hayato is Ume's son. Now, realistically, good old Hayato should have known this fairly early on, I would have hoped, for the following reason that we're going to be finding out. But that red hair hides something very special. Now, good old Shishio is now a member of the crew as well, since we've got Matsubayama back. But yeah, we're going to do the Ice Bucket Challenge here.
Hayato, that distinctive shape.
Ah yes, the egghead. So yeah, apparently the egghead runs in the sun's side. Now unfortunately Ume was a bad person, as you can imagine. He's never been good. So his former wife ran away to be with Danjuro. And Denora never wanted to tell Hayato this for obvious reasons. And now, because of that, Denora wants to go kind of like get vengeance or revenge on it all, because he never really took it back to Ume. So he's going to go fight. And it's against Narita again. And wearing a big crane, and he's in his road roller. This is not a very fair matchup at all. Just simply because, well, again, he does a lot of damage. We don't, so even that little knock there took 11% off of us. But hopefully he stays there, and we can just chip away at him with our powerful attack. And this will be, if that is the case, a very quick and simple battle. It doesn't look as though it is going to be. Oh no, in fact, no, we're going good. So, one more hit should be enough of our powerful attack. If we don't get this. There we go.
Congo crew. 1.
So
Oh, my.
we beat Narita. Unfortunately, this isn't a good ending for Denora here. Unfortunately, although he gets in, he unfortunately doesn't have a happy ending. He goes back to the Congo crew on death's door. Unfortunately, you know, the sad music playing. He wanted to take revenge, and well, you know, he didn't want Hayato to fight Ume Shirabe, and unfortunately, you know, sadness goes to grey. Now, in the Japanese version, this scene is voiced, but for the PAL version, is for some reason not. But we hear, you know, Denora's voice. You know, something sure, nothing more to say, follow the path, you know, chosen I will. And it's like, why do you have an echo mic? And he survives! Because we don't have death in this. This is a very happy game. So Denora survives. No F's in chat for Denora. So we go fight Ume Shirabe here. And this is the final battle, but not where we call time. There is one cutscene after, which wraps everything up in a nice little bow for our two lovebirds that are brother and sort of half-sister. Half-brother and half-sister. But good old Ume here is one of the most annoying people, just simply because he blocks almost all the time. And is also very, very powerful in the sense that he can do a lot of damage with his digger, or his sort of like tipper, I guess. With that little deja vu drift, it does an awful lot of damage. So we're going to try and like avoid as much as we can. We may... Let's have a look. Yeah, we should be good. I'm going to try and show off his special, because his special is pretty good. If you ever remember art trucks, well, he apparently drives one.
I'll teach you what real power is.
And does a light show, which
Now you see how weak you are.
causes more damage. So we're going to get our special here, which is one we've seen before.
Right there. Goes right through.
So we're going to get the lightning one, because we're super powerful. So, yeah, with that we just need to beat him now, which is easier said than done, as you can imagine with him blocking all the time. But it looks as though we're going to be fine. As long as he doesn't block. I say this as he continually blocks. And continually blocks. Stop blocking. Let me hit you a lot of times with this bucket scoop. Please. So hopefully he doesn't like get his special before we do actual attack on him. Because he will probably beat us up if he gets his special. There we go. So lucky hit there just after he blocked again for the 19 millionth time. But we've beaten him. Good old Ume Shirabe is now defeated, and we get treated to a cutscene to wrap everything up. With the best British gangster voice in the world.
It's for all you did to my father and mother. This is for all you did to Denora. And this is for Kyoko.
So we find out that Ume is still far more powerful a person than ever, because we get knocked into rock.
Well, the world is a mess. If you don't do it, you get done. You can't make it big without getting your hands dirty.
Ha! You just don't understand anything. I can't believe your blood flows within me. But surely that means you understand that I'm not going to change my mind.
Now we get the bear hug. So we're coming up on time soon. Time will be when we see the end after on the credits, which is just after this. But there's a little bit after that I want to show you because.
Well done, Danjuro. Brave. Here.
Hayato!
Oh, here we go. So this is Kyoko.
Just as I promised. No tricks. But still, you cannot beat Yume Shirabi. You will never surpass me. Never.
The happiest
Remember
insult.
that.
Don't let yourself get too carried away now.
And you, Kyoko, research your past a little. I adopted you. We are not connected by blood.
So,
What do you think of that?
yeah, apparently Kyoko was adopted and he forgot this. Like, I still don't understand how that is a possible thing. But apparently Kyoko was adopted, so they're free to get married. But that is, well, that will be time in a couple of seconds when we see the end. But there we go. So we get to see how everyone sort of fares after the game. So Jake and Beth are taking a trip to Italy, and as we keep going, Shishio, apparently a smoker, is back with Matsubayama, you know, doing the work, and Kyoko and Hayato are having fun on the construction site. And Ume Shirabi is now a good guy, you know, somehow. And of course they get married. And everyone is a happy family at the wedding. But that is actually time. So there is the end screen after all the credits. Unfortunately, the credits are unskippable. We can't make these fast. But it goes through telling you all about the Japanese team that made the game, and almost no one, no knowledge of the British team at all for this. But yeah, that was Battle Construction Vehicles. All major cutscenes except for one which we skipped.
Well, thank you very much for that. I really enjoyed the run. I've never seen this game. It was a blast watching that.
So yeah, they have all of the Japanese voice actors here, and the voice actors for the Japanese version of some really popular people. But the British ones, no one knows. They don't have separate credits. We just don't know who the 4 people were that did it. And also animators. Yes. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. I hope everyone else in the chat also enjoyed it. It is a very interesting game with a lot of weird things going on. Apparently it crashes as well, which I never knew.
It still worked out fine. He still showed up a solid run, even though the beginning with the with that was a little bit rough. But
yeah, there we go.
In the end, all good.
In the end, all good indeed. What was the time? I didn't actually stop my splits when I said.
It says I wasn't entirely sure if it stopped the timer exactly at the right point, but it says on stream 44:57.
That's actually not that bad, to be honest. That's about in line with what I've been getting in practice with showing off some of these special attacks, because the game itself has gotten a lot faster with the quote-unquote new tech. But yeah, that's it. And also, I'm just going to show you. This is Danjuro. So you get all the stills from the game. You get all of these sort of like little cutscene bits. So there's good old Shishio and Matsubayama on the work there. But yeah, the person it was all for is is Danjuro, who should be somewhere around here in a second. There we go. Also known as Mel Gibson. He looks the spitting image to me, like as though Mel Gibson was doing a Japanese film. That is what he would look like. But yeah, this has been fun. Thanks for having me on. And I know I'm back on again in about 2 hours' time with another game.
Yeah, thank you very much for this amazing run. Indeed, I'm happy to also to have you here, that you were willing to show this off. So thank you for that as well. Right now, we're gonna be setting up for the next run, which is gonna be Ju-On the Grudge by Juhorth. So definitely stay tuned for that while we go into the intermission screen. We'll be playing a few ads, and we'll be back to you in just a bit.